Hello and welcome to the Peace and Power. When I moved from India to Italy, I thought I would miss a lot: the food, the family, the free fall of democratic values. But thankfully, Italy made me feel right at home because here too, protesting is slowly becoming a crime.
Di un ambiente che metta in sicurezza il presente e il futuro, invece di muoversi su questa lunghezza d'onda, si muovono colpendo gli ultimi e le ultime, si muovono andando a dare un segnale alla democrazia, perché quello che va detto con molta chiarezza è che questo decreto, con la scusa di colpire i reati minori e cosiddetti impopolari, colpisce la democrazia.
Yes, Italy has officially passed a new security law that critics are calling the anti protest decree, or as some would say, democracy now available in limited edition. Passed this week, Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni's government pushed through a security bill that penalizes passive resistance, criminalizes blocking roads, sit ins, and certain types of protest, removes prison exemptions for pregnant women and mothers of children under 1, provides state backed legal aid to police officers under investigation. Even protest in migrant detention centers can now be punished harshly. So, if Gandhi tried his salt march here today, he would probably be fined or maybe deported. But why is this law controversial? Let's break it down. Human Rights Watch called it a serious threat to rights and freedoms. The UN expressed concern about creeping authoritarianism. The European Union mostly gave the Italian shrug, but several EU lawmakers did voice unease. Why the concern? Because the law doesn't just go after violent protesters, it targets symbolic resistance too. You know, the kind that's peaceful, silent, legal, and usually very annoying to those in power. Melani's administration says it's about safety. We are simply preventing chaos, they say. And yes, no country wants their city center to look like a set from Mad Max every weekend. But here is the thing: good laws are supposed to fight crime, not chill dissent. And this is not just one decree, it's a trend. In 2023, Italy dropped in the Economist Intelligence Unit's Democracy Index to 33rd place. It's now officially classified as a flawed democracy. In just 2 years, multiple press freedoms, protest rights, and civil liberties have been restricted. And it's not just Italy, we are seeing this in Hungary, Poland, and even in the US, where protesting can now get you tackled by riot police or algorithm. So, when Italy passes a law criminalizing passive protest, it's not just a national issue, it's a part of global democratic recession. And what about immigrants and students? Let's be real. Laws like this don't usually hit CEOs, they hit students, migrants, environmental activists, and yes, international voices who dare raise a banner. The law could deter foreign students from speaking up. It could make immigrants feel more vulnerable because once you criminalize protest, you also criminalize presence. But let's look at some pros. Yes, there has been misuse of protest, property damage, clashes, disruptions. It gives the police some legal clarity. But here are the cons. It grants the state sweeping power to define what is dangerous. It discourages the most basic act of citizenship, dissent. It's vague enough to be misused, and history tells us vague laws always are. So here we are in the land of espresso, opera, and now expression suppression. In India, students protest, get jailed. In Italy, students protest, get criminal records. Different continents, same symptoms. Maybe it's time we rename protest public outdoor yoga without smiles so everyone stays calm. Look, democracy is like pasta, strong, flexible, and best when shared. But overcook it with laws, and all you are left with a sticky mess. This law may not be the end of protest in Italy, but it might be the beginning of their rebranding into silent, scared, and sanctioned versions. Until then, raise your voice while you still can. This is Peace and Power with Rahul Goyal. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and protest wisely.